Regardless of educational outcomes, Literacy Center West strives to model the responsibility and good citizenship that will serve these youth throughout their lives.
On a normal day here, what we do is we go through workbooks, and it's pretty steady and can sometimes get monotonous. In the speaker series, we have a variety of folks that come and talk to the kids. Many of the students have adults in their lives that don't have a positive attitude or encourage them in a good way. So these speakers come in and they are so encouraging and telling them, hey, this is what happened to me, this is how I overcame it. And the kids get to see that that they have a positive interaction with an adult, and that's very important. The latest one that we had was Dr. Beth Murray. She is a biologist at Mount St. Joe College, and she is an expert in forensic science.
Putting together a whole skeleton was awesome. Learning proper names of everything, finding out that I have bones, places that I never really thought I would have, muscles in places I never thought I would have muscles, and the difference between a male skull and a female skull, and it was a very interesting day.
While Dr. Murray was an inspiration to those present, there was an obvious absence.
I'm going to go to college, Cincinnati State, I think, for forensics. I want to work in forensics. I want to work in the lab.
Amanda has always shown such interest and excitement, and we've talked about it for over a year. So it's been very much geared to, enhancing something that she was excited about. The day came and lo and behold, Amanda was not here, and I just was so disappointed.
I was sick, and me being sick, it not only was making me not feel good, it affected my body. So my back was hurting and everything else, a sore throat, I was coughing, just the whole sick ordeal.
Everybody in the classroom knew immediately that this was supposed to be, for everyone, but especially for Amanda.
I was mad at myself for missing the class because it was about forensics, and that's what I'd like to do when I get older.
And that's one of the things that I find frustrating, is just a missed opportunity, and it's just a shrug of the shoulders.
Missed opportunities become the norm as youth allow circumstances to easily derail their ambitions. Their attitude often says that just having good intentions is good enough.
Some of them found reasons to not be here. They weren't feeling good, they were sick. Court cases, there's always something, but we're coming down on crunch time this Thursday, 3 days from now. They're taking the practice test, the practice GED.
Probably the most difficult barriers these youth have to overcome are their own beliefs about what is possible for them and what it will realistically take to accomplish those things. As June draws near, students' nervousness about their test scores increases.
I did kind of okay. I didn't do that well.
Math, I kind of didn't do my best. I'm not worried about math though, and I can pass that.
I feel confident in myself, and I feel that I could honestly pass it or come really, really close to passing it.
The students are also getting distracted. In spite of his high scores, Mike isn't sure he wants to continue studying for the GED test less than 2 months away.
My grandpa fell and broke his hip, and since he's done that, it's been getting kind of rough on us around my house. Our money situation's getting tight.
Ms. Linda told me there's a situation where he needs to pick up more hours to bring in more income to his household now that his grandpa's in the hospital, and hence he wants to accelerate his GED and or drop out of the GED program, possibly go to night school. I see that happen a lot, and it's very unfortunate in some situations. In other situations, though, sometimes the kid stretches the truth a little bit because they really just want to work, and then they're anxious to get out and start making some money.
The truth is that many entry-level service industry and temp jobs don't require a GED, while stable jobs with benefits often require more than a GED.
I'm only working pretty much 1 day out of the week, 2 days if I'm lucky. And with the hours that they're giving me and the money that I'm making, it's nowhere near enough to help out around the house. It's not even enough to cover my cell phone bill.
I know when his grandmother enrolled him in here back in September, it was a very high priority for her. she felt it was very important that Mike earn his GED.
There are times, honestly, that I just sit around, and when I think about it all, I just want to quit and just go work full time so I can start helping out with a more money situation around my house and everything. But when I actually think about it, I know that I'm helping my grandpa more by getting my education and my GED and then going and working full time than quitting, and because I know that's what he wants for me to do, is to get my education. That's one of his top priorities for me and for myself. But there are times that I do just want to quit.
While Mike decides whether or not to drop out of the GED program, another student, Heather, did quit. By May, absences had become more and more frequent, and it's now just days before the final practice GED exam.
It's really disappointing. We're 2 days out from them taking the practice GED for the second time, and 3 out of the 4 seniors are not here. You know, we have an awful lot invested in them. The whole program is invested in them. It's for them, you know, that's why we're here. And we spend a lot of money and a lot of time trying to put things together to make them, to have them in the best possible situation. So to see something like this, like not showing up 2 days before they're taking the practice GED at the end of the year, is really disheartening.
After 2 tries, no one has passed the practice GED test. Carolyn dropped out. She says her mother wants her to work. That leaves Mike, Amanda, and Pete as the best hopes for graduation. Pete was the only potential graduate in class 2 days before the final practice GED exam. In one essay, Pete wrote about the reasons behind his consistent attendance.
Being an 8th grade dropout, I would imagine that getting a job will be extremely hard. But with the GED, at least I will have an education. Life can be extremely hard when you're poor. I'm always walking the dark side of these Cincinnati streets, and after I get my GED, I'm no longer living my life like this. When I go to college, I'll be the first one in my family. Trying to be a good example for other people, especially my other family members.